Hello everyone, I am Ayush, the leader of team Construe. So I will explain you our prototype. This is a very basic web page, that is the first interacting part of our site. Um, Most of the content here is static, the team members and the name and some say code. But the main part of this website is the service portion. The our solution for language translation is built as an API, as a microservice architecture, which can be used in any front-end application like website, apps, or anything. Since it is an API, the developer can integrate it with any front-end application. So first, to use our service, the developer must obtain an API key which will be used for authentication. So it is very simple, just click on this API key button and an API key will be provided here. Next, this is the documentation of the endpoint of the API endpoint. That is, you have to create to a post request on this translate endpoint. The header must contain the API key. It is mandatory for the translation process for authentication. The API key must be provided here. The body should be plain English, that needs to be translated in Hindi, and the body and the response body will be the Hindi translation of the text. So for the demo, I will just copy this API key. Here I have this API testing tool that I can use. The URL, the endpoint that we have to hit is construe dot insiderserver.tk/translate. In the headers, we have to create this header, that is the API key, and paste it. In the content, we have to pass a string. Now since this is a government site, will use this. Let's see this foreign affairs page. Let's translate this paragraph. Here I will paste it, and it will be a post request to this endpoint. Only one header is required, that is the API key and the content that will be translated. Now so let's send the request, and the response is here. See, the Hindi translated text is returned. Now if for some reason the API key is not present, or suppose the API key is invalid, let me just remove one character. It should give me a invalid API key as a response, and the status is also set accordingly. If I make a correct, or if I don't give any API key at all, then it shall return me with unauthorized access 401 unauthorized. So security is implemented here, and that is the main function. In the backend, multiple instances of this translator is running, such that we can load balance the system. A service registry is also running, built on top of Java Spring Boot using Netflix Eureka dependency, Eureka server and Eureka client dependency, and an API gateway which is handling this authentication, means authenticating the API key portion. So let me just again do another, sorry, the API key. Let me take just any another example. The content portion. Here 200, okay, and the translation is done. So this is our whole project using microservice architecture, and that's it. Thank you for seeing our project, and this URL will not be available at the time of when you will be watching this video, because this server is running locally on my machine, this server, and this is my personal laptop, so I have to shut it down. So sorry for the inconvenience, but this was all about our project. Thank you.